Welcome to my channel, Grab Bag Crafting. Today we're going to work on a phone bag, something nice to carry your phone in. It's quick and it's easy, and all you need is a bag that you can get from Hobby Lobby, brush, a can of Mod Podge, some fabric that has nice images on it, some scissors, the good kind, not the kind that chew, you know. Gotta have good scissors for this one. And some wax paper to keep your Mod Podge from getting all over the place. This is the fabric that I'm going to use, and what I'm going to do first is cut out the images that I want to use for my bag, but I'm going to cut out pretty widely around them, so I'll be able to put Mod Podge on the back of them, and then I'll let it dry for about an hour, because as you can see, it's regular cotton and it's pretty floppy. So I'm going to want to cut out that little car, and the Mod Podge will stiffen it to make it easy to cut it out. Let's try this little, oops, I messed up the hat. So let's go for the camera next. I'm cutting out pretty widely around the camera. Want to be sure not to hack off the camera the way I hacked off the hat. And that's what I'm doing. Basically, I'll just go through the fabric, choose the images that I want to cut out, and after I get them all cut out, I will be right back, and we'll apply a thin coat of Mod Podge. Okay, here we are. The wax paper. Actually, now to make this little wax paper board, I just took the wax paper from a cereal box, wrapped it around some foam core, and that's what I use a lot of times when I'm doing what I consider messy work. Works pretty well. Anyway, I'm putting a really thin coat of Mod Podge on the back of each of these little images or cutouts to make them stiff. And the Mod Podge is pretty thick, but for this part of the procedure, a thin coat will do. And in about an hour, basically, maybe a little bit more, it'll be completely dry, and you will be able to hold it and cut it out without threads being all over the place. Alrighty, so I've got everything all cut out, and as you can see, it's paper-like. When I hold it, it's dry and paper-like. And I'm not going to cut out all of these, but I will cut out this one little car, so you can see how easily the scissors go through through the small areas of the car, and it really does make it paper-like. So the fabric doesn't go flopping around. You don't get those little threads. It's just really, really a clean and easy cut. Now again, you have to have good scissors, because now some of my scissors, if they're really dull, no matter what you do, you're not going to get a good outcome. But a nice sharp pair of scissors and a Mod Podge stiffener will make your fabric very easy to cut. So I'm going around this car and actually enjoying it. If you have something that you'd like to do, and the images are detailed, or there are a lot of images you'd like to cut out, just put that Mod Podge on the back, sit down in front of the TV or whatever, and just cut away. And I can guarantee you, well, for me anyway, I did not get one loose thread on this whole time cutting out these little objects. And I'm going to cut out the car. I'm not going to worry about cutting out the whole thing, but I will finish cutting out the car. It's kind of cute. Little blue car, old-fashioned car. Cut around the tires, and it just makes the whole process really easy to do. there's that. Okay, I'll probably do the suitcase next, but when I get them all done, won't take but a few minutes. I think it took me about 5-6 minutes. Now they're all cut out, and now the big decision. I've got to decide whether I want to use a black bag or a white bag. These bags come in black and white, and I get them from Hobby Lobby. I think they're about $2.50, something like that. They're not very expensive at all. But the one on the right, the white bag, I washed that because sometimes I dye them different colors, and so the one on the right is a little crinkly, but it's still good and it'll still work. I'm going to lay these out, these little images out on both of them, and decide which one I prefer. We'll just lay them out, look and see what we think. And camera up top. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But I don't know. Maybe not. Let me see how they look on the white. Arrange them. I think I'm liking them on the white bag better. After all, they did come off of a light background, so I think it's better to put them on a light background for this bag. So yeah, I think we'll go with the white bag. We'll get them all arranged the way we want, and then we will bring out the Mod Podge and glue them down. It's kind of fun, and as you can see, I plan to overlap some, and that's not really a problem because Mod Podge does let you overlap. So, okay, it's all settled. I'm using the white bag, and now we're going to just attach them, and it's easy as it can possibly be. The Mod Podge is pretty thick, so actually when I get ready to attach them, I do tend to put it on, forgot my board there. I do tend to put it on pretty thickly, and just brush it on, put it in the place I've designated, and you want to make sure you press it down real well and make sure that there are no little particles or shavings underneath it, because a lot of times on your work desk you'll have, I don't know, eraser shavings or whatever. Just make sure that it's really clean and that you don't have any bumps on the underneath it. So press it down really well, and it overlaps really easily. It'll still stick down. So just make sure you coat all the corners and all the pieces, the middle. And if you decide you want to replace something, that is no problem at all. You just pick it up from where you had it and replace it, because it dries completely clearly. So you don't have to worry about, oh dear, if I pick this up and then put it back, will it be a mess? No, it won't. You just pick it up and put it somewhere else and it'll be just fine. Okay, I'm overlapping this car, pressing down, making sure everything is nice and tight, and that's pretty much our project. I will wait until tomorrow when it's completely dry, and I will apply a whole nother coat which will give it a bit of a shine, and it'll stiffen up the canvas a little bit, but it'll still be, still be completely pliable for your use. I really like this, and I hope you enjoyed this this project too. I've done a few other ones, and I'll show you a couple of the other ones that I did that I had extra, I had fabric for, and I thought, why not? Okay, there we go. We'll let it dry, put another coat on tomorrow and it'll be ready to go. These are the two of the other ones that I did. As you can see, the fabric matches the bags. And if you like to sew, hey, go for it. I hope you'll come craft with me again.